According to Edmunds, new cars lose 11% of their value the second they drive off the lot. And in the first 5 years, new cars depreciate between 15 and 25% every year, which means by year 5 of new car ownership, the car is holding roughly only 37% of its original value. It's easy to see why so many people are looking to bypass these statistics by buying used vehicles. And if you're wondering why I'm holding this mic like this, I did order a boom arm, but it's on back order, so here we are. Tesla has been selling cars now for roughly 10 years, which means the used Tesla market can be a great way to save thousands of dollars. Saving money and reducing your depreciation rate are very good things, but if you end up paying thousands in repairs or upgrades because you weren't fully educated on the used Tesla market, what's the point? In this video, we'll cover the pros and cons of the different places you can purchase a used Tesla. We'll go over a comprehensive list of everything to look for when shopping, including a Google Drive checklist that you can download, print, and take with you. And we'll cover some common pitfalls and best practices. Let's get into it. To give you a frame of reference, I've compiled some average listing prices of the lowest end of the market with the cost of the same base model ordered new from the Tesla website. The cheapest used Model S's available range from $30,000 to $35,000, compared with $75,000 for a new base Model S on the Tesla website. The cheapest used Model 3s available range from $38,000 to $43,000, compared with $36,000 for a new base model. On the surface, this doesn't make much sense, but when you factor in the many different feature upgrades and that the average sale price of Model 3s comes in at over $50,000, you can begin to see why you may be able to get a new base Tesla Model 3 for less than any used Model 3. The cheapest used Model X's are going for $45,000 to $50,000 compared to a new base model which is listed for $80,000 on the Tesla site. With this frame of reference for the smallest outlay you can spend to get into a Tesla, let's talk about pros and cons for each place that has used Teslas for sale. Of course, you can buy a used Tesla directly from the Tesla website. Tesla used to have a certified pre-owned program, or CPO, but that has since ended. It's rumored they made this decision due to the influx of cars they were due to receive from lease expirations. Now, instead of refurbishing used cars, they simply go through a mechanical 70-point inspection, and the new recertification process is only supposed to repair cosmetic issues. A few main points for the mechanical inspection are the car odometer reading less than 100,000 miles, there are no open recalls on the vehicle, and there's no evidence of structural repairs. Of course, a huge consideration for buying any used vehicle is the warranty. And guys, a critical piece of advice here. When it comes to the warranty, don't trust any website, don't trust any listing for what the actual remaining warranty is. What you want to do is get the specific VIN number for the vehicle in question, call Tesla directly and speak to someone. Ask them about the warranty for that specific VIN number. That's the only way you're going to know for 100% certain what warranty is actually remaining on that specific car. For any of you wondering, the current Tesla warranty is a 4-year, 50,000-mile basic and an 8-year, 100,000-mile or greater battery and powertrain. Any further warranty details are beyond the scope of this video. And along the same lines of calling with a VIN number for specific warranty information, do the same if the car in question claims to have free supercharging. Tesla can actually strip away this feature even if that car had it with the original owner. So even if the original purchase included free supercharging, that does not mean it's going to transfer over with a used car purchase. So you definitely want to confirm that with Tesla. The user interface for browsing a used Tesla on their website is simple, easy to use, and easy to sort, as it should be. However, there are a lot of the listings that have rendered images only and don't show any actual pictures of the car for sale. If you click View Details, it'll open a new tab, and on the bottom right of the image, it will tell you if it's a rendered image or an actual picture of the vehicle. In my experience, most are rendered, which, in my opinion, is of little help when making a 5-figure purchase. There is a $100 order fee due the day you commit to the purchase. When you click buy, it will take you to a similar checkout page as if you were buying a new Tesla. When you enter your zip code, it'll have the estimated transport fee to your specific zip code. After speaking to a Tesla rep, there is no return policy for a used Tesla. And get this, used vehicles can't be seen or test driven prior to delivery. You're only able to see the car on delivery day, and your only option is to not accept delivery on that day. For me, if I can't drive the car, there's little chance I'm going to buy it and trust that everything is quiet, smooth, and functioning flawlessly as it should. But that's just me. One of the main advantages of buying direct from Tesla is the extended warranty. Their used vehicle extended limited warranty provides coverage for up to 2 years post-delivery or up to 100,000 miles, whichever comes first. The balance of the original battery and drive unit limited warranty still applies for used vehicles. Once again, please call and confirm with the specific VIN number in question just to be safe. And a quick note on Model S's. So for models prior to June 2015, they came with a 3G technology for navigation, browsing, and streaming. All models post June 2015 came with 4G. So if you're considering an older Model S, you can upgrade that service from 3G to 4G for roughly $500 at a Tesla service center. And while we're talking about the Model S, the often discussed front fascia grille change happened in 2016. So if you prefer the newer look, as most people that I've talked to do, you're going to want to look for Model S's in production year 2017 and after. With that being said, it should be noted you can definitely save more money buying an older Model S with the older grille. It comes down to personal preference. Your next option is going to be all of the third-party websites. We're talking about Edmunds, Carvana, IAAI.com, which are insurance auctions, onlyusetesla.com, Carfax, etc. These third-party sellers will most likely give you the widest variety of vehicle selection, as it seems as though a new service helping to sell used cars pops up every few months. However, there's a strong chance that these third parties have a very limited understanding of the intricacies of a Tesla, so the need to know exactly what you're looking for will become even more important. In most cases, these dealers will simply take the used cars in, wash them, and then list them for sale. Getting the maintenance history on the used Tesla in question is an endeavor worth pursuing, but after talking to members in the Tesla forums, it's clear that historically, Tesla has been very reluctant to release any service history information. I did, however, contact a Tesla rep and spoke about a used 2017 Model S. He said he was happy to share the service history, but it was going to be over a phone call, not a printout or a document like most of us would be looking for. This information is important for obvious reasons, but you also want to do what you can to find out what, if anything, has been replaced. In the case of Tesla, a new MCU or FSD chip upgrade would actually be a great thing to have on the service history. Bear in mind, these third-party sellers won't be offering any type of extended warranty, which is going to be the main drawback of purchasing a used Tesla from anywhere but direct from the Tesla website. This brings us to the checklist that you should be running through when inspecting a used Tesla. This will be available in a Google Drive link in the episode notes below as a free download, so you can print it out and take it with you or pull it up on your phone at any time. Here we go. Be sure to check for panel gaps, paint issues, and the inner door trim. Check for cracks in the roof where the panels connect, and check for chips or scratches. If your model has a sunroof, make sure it opens properly and quietly. Take a mirror on a handle and look under the car to check the battery pack casing and to see if any hardware is missing. Check the tires by taking a tire depth gauge. Tesla brakes are used infrequently due to the regenerative braking, so for cars in the Northeast, rust and corrosion can be common on the brake pads. Check for any coolant leaks, which will be on the front driver's side. Run HVAC and listen for sounds. Open and close the glove box. Check USB ports for functionality. Shift the car from park to drive and back and listen for any unusual sounds. Check the headlights for any condensation and turn the headlights on to make sure none of the LEDs are burnt out. Open and close all the doors, the trunk, and the frunk and listen for noise, and do the same with each window. Check for smells in the trunk if you can, as many older Tesla models let rainwater drop right into the trunk when opening, as the catch guard sealant did not do its job. Remove the floor mats to see if the floors are damp, which can be clogged sunroof drains, broken HVAC drains, or improper seals. On the MCU, or Media Control Unit, go to the self-cleaning mode to check for dead pixels or yellowing of the display, which has been a common issue. Also look for any bubbling of the screen, along with the responsiveness of the touchscreen. If you can't see the car, see if someone will send you a video using the touchscreen. And here's a critical one. Check the version of the car on the actual MCU. Do not rely on the exterior badging. People have bought P100D badges and put them on 75D models to try to sell as a performance car when it's really not. The MCU will tell you the actual version of the car. Try to drive the car where you can. If the car is being sold as having any FSD or free supercharging options, call Tesla with a specific VIN number to confirm the details, like which full self-driving chip version is installed in the vehicle. Hardware 2 was introduced around the fall of 2016, and Hardware 2.5 showed up around the fall of 2017, and it is required for features like dashcam and Sentry mode. As mentioned, Tesla can and has stripped away full self-driving features when the original owner relinquishes possession of a vehicle, and free supercharging privileges have changed many times over the years. Get accurate information directly from a Tesla rep, preferably in writing, no matter where you buy your car from. While speaking to Tesla, remember to check for any remaining warranty and find out what that warranty covers. If you can drive the car, listen for noises and vibrations when accelerating and braking. Try to go to a supercharger in order to charge to 100% to check the actual range of the degraded battery pack at a 100% state of charge. Even if the car odometer has low mileage, if the car was parked for years outside in volatile climates with close to 100% charge, the battery could degrade more than a car that was driven more often, but by someone that kept the battery between 20 and 80% state of charge regularly and in a temperate climate. This list is not exhaustive, but is a solid starting point, and once again is available in a Google Drive link document below. A third and often overlooked option is buying privately or directly from a Tesla owner still in possession of the car. This would include Craigslist and Tesla forums like the Tesla Motors Club or Tesla Owners Online. People often pay to post their cars for sale. This can be one of the best ways to buy a used Tesla, in my opinion, if things fall into place. Generally, the Tesla community is knowledgeable and friendly. The owner will have the most extensive knowledge of the recent history of the car. It's just a matter if you can get him or her to share. You may also be able to travel to meet the seller to spend a day or even a weekend with the car before committing to purchasing, where this scenario will never happen with Tesla Direct or a third party. This method will take the most effort on your part to search the forums for the model you want and to have conversations, but if you're lucky, it could also be the most fruitful thing you do in your used Tesla search. Let's cover some of the most common issues historically with used Teslas. The Model 3 and S's drive units from early production models, along with the charge ports, have had problems. Model S has had squeaks, and some older versions have laggy and discolored MCUs, which can be one of the most costly repairs at around $3,000 on average. All models have had issues with door handles getting stuck, freezing, and even breaking off in some cases. There were many complaints about poor bodywork on early production models for all versions. Paint, trim, lights, panels, etc. I don't want to be completely negative here because that would give you poor context, But if you're looking for a used Tesla, you probably already know that they do have very low annual maintenance because Teslas only have about 20 moving parts compared to their internal combustion engine counterparts, which have roughly 2,000 moving parts. It makes a big difference. There's a lot less of a chance for things to go wrong. And yes, Teslas hold their value incredibly well. It's one of the best brands in the luxury segment in terms of holding value. No, that does not mean that they don't depreciate, because they do. It's just not as quickly as some other ICE vehicles. And this is only going to become more of a factor as each year, if the electric vehicle industry keeps gaining more market share and ICE vehicles shift more towards obsolescence, the depreciation rates are only going to increase for those ICE vehicles relative to Teslas. It's time for some final thoughts. The best mind frame to have when buying a used Tesla is just that you're going to give up a few bells and whistles due to the advanced pace of innovation at Tesla. For each model, I'd be aware of any car that was the first year of production, as historically, those were the cars that were likely to have issues. This is 2012 and 13 for Model S, 2015 and 16 for Model X, and 2017 for Model 3. If possible, look for a car with under 50,000 miles, as Tesla's general warranty has been 50,000 miles or 4 years from the date of purchase. You're likely not going to find any crazy deals on Model 3s, as owners love them and are not willing to give them up easily, although some more will become available in the coming months, with owners looking to switch to a Model Y. If you're looking to save the most money, a used Model S will be your best bet, and once again, the new front fascia should be on all 2017 and newer models, which has been preferred by most. Remember to have plans for how you're going to charge your Tesla. If you rent, you may run into issues installing hardware. Electrician costs will vary, and this seems like a no-brainer, but do not overlook this aspect. You don't want to supercharge regularly if you can avoid it. You can use a basic 110 outlet to get roughly 3 to 5 miles of range per hour, and believe it or not, that's enough for a large population of people with under 30-mile daily commutes. Don't forget to check with your insurance provider to understand how your insurance premium will change. As a Tesla owner, you don't want to take your car to a non-Tesla shop for repairs, as it can affect warranty coverage if something goes wrong. This limits your options if you don't live near a Tesla dealer or service center, but they do of course have mobile service, which is growing every year. Repairs can be very costly if not under warranty, so be sure to have an emergency fund for your used Tesla if you do end up buying out of warranty. After a used Tesla purchase, be sure to switch the registration over to your name. When buying new, they'll usually do this for you. Then, email Tesla with the registration and VIN number so that they can put the car into your name so the vehicle shows up for you on the Tesla app. You may want to take the car right to a Tesla dealership to have them inspect everything and touch up or repair any issues. And of course, if you're not into being thorough, then you can always do the tried and true method for car inspection. If you like tech, Tesla, and the truth, please consider subscribing. We'd love to have you on board and part of the community. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something new, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the next episode. Alrighty, here's the list. Pause to check for your name. If it's in green, you've been entered multiple times. So we're gonna randomize this list 6 times from the dice roll. Here are all of the names entered. Best of luck to everybody. So on the 6th random click, then whoever ends up in slot number 1 will win the light up Tesla sign. Thank you to everybody who has commented and supported the channel over the last few months. I greatly appreciate it. So here we are. This next click, whoever ends up in the 1 slot is the winner. Michael Ortega, let's go. He has supported me since day 1, so that's great. All right, Mike, I'm sure we'll be in touch. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.